Momento, still not here. And I think we should be live. So let me refresh second.
Okay, yeah.
Second screen.
Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to the low quality stream today because my Discord Nitro doesn't work.
No, it's full quality. It's full quality.
Oh, okay. Okay, I wanted to say that I kept shorting all the way up and I cannot afford the Discord Nitro, but looks like it's going to be alright. So hi everyone, welcome to the next weekly episode of the Musical Chairs. Before we jump into the thing, coinmarketman.com is a sponsor of our stream. If you want to get fully automated journal, which you're just going to connect via the API, it's going to pull all your data for you. You will see all your statistics for all your trades. All you have to do is register a new account with Bybit. Link is in the description, and you will connect it on the CoinMarketMan, and will be completely for free instead of you paying around $70 a month. I think it's something along these lines. So this is a pretty sweet deal, and you can get CMM completely for free. With that being said, let's talk about some things. We're gonna start this every week. Me going through BTC and ETH. Last time we spoke, the last Monday, we had this insane-ish candle just a few hours after we
Adam, our classic tech. I don't fucking know why.
Okay, tech is done. Tech is bad. I don't know why you cannot see the screen though. Let me just reshare. Screen on my end.
Yes.
Sorry for the issues. It's been 3 weeks in a row and we were not able to switch from Discord.
Look, next time we'll use Google Meet, just like technical roundup. We just were both late to the streams.
Okay, yeah, but I will keep it as quick as possible before my screen goes blank again. The last week, basically after the stream, we had this huge 17% rally, and if you remember from the last week, I was talking about this kind of a 35 to 36-ish level, which was this prior year plus 1 standard deviation band and the 3 standard deviations for the year, and we ended up hitting it quite nicely, and ever since that, we basically, when it comes to BTC, haven't left the wick. You know, we are basically trading inside this. This is a 12-hour chart. But yeah, we are trading in a super, super tight range. So I don't think there is much for me to say here, to be fair, because most action has been in altcoins. Even ETH has been much more enjoyable to trade than BTC. So I'll keep this quickly. My levels that I'm looking at, I don't think, the last time we spoke, I was kind of mentioning this pullback basically into this kind of a origin of the move. I obviously don't want to really see that at this point based on how much we are overextended. Everyone is screaming we are back in the bull market, it's all season and all of that. I don't think it would be a good look for BTC to retrace this move basically all the way back to like 30-ish area. So my next level that I'm watching, if you're gonna zoom out a little bit, you can see basically here we have a kind of level of SR. There's resistance here, we have resistance here, we have resistance here as well. And that goes in line with this kind of a very one-sided candle. This is 12-hour candle, leaving this kind of a gap in liquidity. These kind of very fast moves leave these like huge bodied candles very often act as support and resistance. We also have, if I'm gonna just jump on the hourly time frame, we also have the quarterly VWAP. This is this thing right here, and this is plus 1 standard deviation on that quarterly VWAP. So and on top of that, on lower time frames, we also have this kind of a double bottom area right here. So my kind of a plan how to get long would be if we're gonna go pull back towards the 32k area, see some sort of absorption, and hopefully next leg higher from there. Shorting this thing, I don't think I would want to touch it before we would take out these highs. I think this is like a perp wake. Looks a little bit
classic rug. So okay. That was a good 5 minutes. Look, it's easy. Stop sharing. I disconnect, connect. you share again and it should be working.
Yeah, so
5 seconds fix.
Just give me a second to
it's up.
Say. Okay, nice. Yeah, what I was talking about on the spot chart is looking a little differently. Obviously, with a spot, we don't usually have these like huge wicks. You know, these are liquidations wick. If you are wondering what this symbol even is, this is just BTC and Bybit. You know, put together basically, so I can see the volume from both exchanges at the same time, and I don't need to kind of check. I think for me, these two are the most relevant ones when it comes to derivatives at the moment, so I'm just keeping track of these two. But what I was saying that, you know, obviously we don't have these huge wicks on the spot market compared to the perps, so only thing where I would be looking for shorts on BTC would be if he would either take these highs or even this high on this 12-hour chart and then start to kind of distribute and look to fade this. But like I said, you know, it's from my experience, it's always kind of worth to trying to be the person that longs the top rather than, you know, trying to just forcefully short it and getting run over. You know, like I would much rather wait for some sort of pullback, try to long it. If it's going to get stopped out, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, I'm not going to be like aggro shorting all the way up type of situation. So BTC quite dead at the moment, but like I said, you know, the first area of interest for me is like 33-ish K and for longs, and maybe if it would push back to 36, I would be looking for shorts. But, you know, at this kind of a moment of the stream, we are basically in the middle of this range, and I don't really want to execute it there. So this is for BTC. Like I said, ETH is a little more interesting. I was actually trading ETH within this consolidation. I mentioned I was taking a short last week when we had this kind of run up to these highs. I covered that on Twitter, so I'm not going to go much more in depth into this. And after we basically on ETH, to be fair, I was looking for much deeper pullback first, you know, back towards this kind of yearly VWAP at 1710. We have 200 and 100 daily moving averages here as well, so it's like a huge confluence area to look for longs. A little bit of a squeeze of these kind of a very early SR traders. But this didn't happen. I covered my short basically as we started to rejecting from this +1 on the quarterly VWAPs and managed to flip long basically over the weekend. I got filled overnight right here, so I'm currently sitting in long on ETH. Doesn't look all that great, to be fair, at the moment. If you're gonna take a look at the order flow, basically in the morning we had this huge run up, you know, ETH BTC bounced like 0%. Everyone was celebrating. I think that's back down to shit at the moment. And yeah, obviously it's never a good look when you have kind of a large amount of buying and market is just not following that. You know, basically the same reasoning why I was taking a short last week. This is Thursday, I believe. The same situation is happening at the moment, but basically as I was kind of executing within this area, my stop is pretty much at break even, you know. And I personally like to, you know, like I know a lot of people tend to kind of wait.
No, it was not liked. Sorry, my bad.
I know that a lot of people tend to kind of wait for Monday to fall and the weekly open and all of that, but I personally kind of like to take trades over the weekend, especially if I'm gonna, you know, basically start a new week on site. It's always like a pleasant surprise. So yeah, like I said, I'm long ETH from around 17.8. My stop is essentially at my entry. So if I'm gonna get stopped out, then I think I don't know, it won't be such a great look for ETH, because then we would have this kind of like a huge failure to break above these support highs. You know, if we start to really kind of scroll down, exit back into this quarterly VWAP, then maybe a little bit of a correction, and that kind of 1710 level, which I was originally targeting for longs, would be in play for ETH. But yeah, these are just my quick views on BTC and ETH. There's not too many things to talk about. You know, I don't really hold trades for weeks and 2 months to be just like, you know, buy here, sell at 60k type of thing. So I'm just really taking it on day-to-day basis, and at the moment there's not much to talk about. And I think we can slowly jump into altcoins as these were much more interesting in the last week or so.
Okay, let me switch screen. Maybe I have few words for BTC because I'm so bad at altcoin trading that I became a Bitcoin LARP now. Same with what Adam said, 35k in my opinion, not in my opinion, that's a monthly level, which a lot of people are looking out for on lower time frames. For example, 4-hour chart. We are rejecting off of that level, so technically speaking, still not a monthly breakout.
Yeah.
And these MAs that I have here are from Pierre, and I mean, you don't have to overcomplicate it. Last 14 days we're in a massive uptrend. As Adam said, like people are aggressively shorting because they missed the move. When reality is, you could literally try longing the H4 trend with like stop below it. And it's been working last 14 days. This is not me saying go mega long. I'm just saying.
I think I think these moving averages are like very nice when it comes to trending markets. Obviously, I think I don't use them in my trading, but I feel like when price is kind of like compressing and like hanging around at those moving averages like it is at the moment, it's a higher likelihood that they are going to break, type of thing.
You think? That's what people thought last 14 days. Look,
Yeah,
I'm in a camp that
like,
we're in a bull run. Like I'm dead serious. That's
but
my.
like in like last 14 days, you can see that price didn't really hang around these that much. Like you have this very strong momentum. You're just gonna quickly pull back to them, and you are basically up again. But now, when you kind of hang around them more, it's the same as kind of most of the levels.
Yeah, like I think that's fair. Like neither of us can make the case, and both of us are not really MA traders. But I guess me personally, like I already seen people shorting. We basically for 6 days have gone nothing but sideways, with some altcoins doing well, which we will jump right into. But as of right now, H4 trend still holds. I see, and people are. We can look at lower time frame order flow, but people have been slurping the Dipperino so hard. Like fucking hard. I've never seen. Maybe I have to use Coinalyze because they have more.
Obviously, we started streaming and ETH is dying already.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Holy fuck! 1 second. I need to. Whoa! Dude, I literally sold my spot ETH 1820.
Nice.
Before the stream.
Nice. So yeah, ETH is having a little bit of a pullback. BTC is still holding up, to be fair.
Yeah, nothing is lost. 1 second, let me go back. Yeah. Sorry, let's please. I would like to very quickly just cover the absorption. Go to Trading Riot blog. Adam has it covered. The whole idea, orange line is spot CVD, and I'm not saying it as a joke. Like, even like, and let me put these 10 seconds no homo. But show my appreciation to Adam because the stuff I'm doing is what I learned from him years ago. So I think Adam's blog describes this very well. Orange CVD down only, yet price is going sideways, which essentially is absorption, right? Because market orders into limit orders, willing to buy. I think it's beautiful use case if you don't know what absorption is. So go to Trading Riot, read what are absorption, look at Bitcoin right now. Let's move to ETH.
Yeah, I think also just one thing to mention about BTC, since you have the Coinalyze open at the moment, is like little Okay. So one of the little concerning things for me when it comes to BTC and looking at the order flow is this kind of situation that on 29th, which is yesterday, we started to have very aggressive, perp buying here, and today as well. And like, once we start to lose these levels, like this is 30-minute chart, so this is like quite lower time frame type of situation. But if you're gonna take a look here, basically it's like 34.2. I'm going to highlight it so you can kind of see it a little better. Basically here, where we are at the moment, this is where the perp started to buy very aggressively. This is like increase of what is like 7% OI increase. Like once you start to lose this level right here, all these people that basically bought here and that bought here are going to be underwater, and they will start a puke position, which can kind of fuel move to the downside. But this is very much like a intraday type of trade, where I would still be looking at these lows at like 33 ish to maybe bounce from those. So
maybe just a thing to add, because I think those are extremely good examples, but at the same time, if you zoom out a bit, this is the first stream ever I'm telling Adam to zoom out. I might have COVID or something.
Yeah, it's
all these people
like,
have, right?
Yeah, it's like very negligible when it comes to like when you're going to zoom out, but at the same time we are at like super tight range. So it's good. Like what I kind of notice when it comes to crypto is like people do like batshit crazy stuff basically after every single move. Like I think this is like the dumbest type of trades are opened after a large moves to either direction, because everyone is so eager to just be too impatient, too aggressive, and they just want to be like get into this next leg, and they will very often get just completely chopped out. It's the same thing on ETH basically when I was taking this kind of short here, when how much buying came into this, and they just basically all these people got kind of flushed. If I'm going to draw the runner trademark SR on the open interest, basically
I'm getting bullied by everybody.
All this positioning completely got flushed here before we moved higher again, and look at it now. Like I just got taken out from my long, which is it is what it is. But look at the flush of the OI in this one candle. Once again, it's just like 100 million basically on this like a very small move, if you're gonna zoom out at least. So yeah, like a lot of insane stuff is basically happening within tight ranges, because everyone is like this is where everyone feels the most kind of fear of missing out on the next leg, or everyone is going full capo and just want to short this back to $1,000 for ETH or 12k to BTC or whatever people are doing. So yeah, definitely this is like an area where a lot of people just get rinsed back and forth.
Also, we have 60 people watching and like 10 likes. Please leave a like. It helps feed RunnerXBT. No, it helps Algo. That's it. Literally, that's it.
Yeah. Okay, so with BTC and ETH covered, yeah, we're gonna just kind of chill and see. Like I said, I would really, if I can recommend you anything, just give it a time and just don't try to catch next 10% lag on 5-minute chart, because that's kind of not the best approach in my opinion. But yeah, we can move to altcoins, I think.
Maybe also like if BTC, or maybe also contextually look tomorrow. There's a monthly close, which will be monthly breakout. Maybe I know CT is like intraday, dude, catch every move, right? But a lot of boomers, like people who are longer in the markets, they really do look at higher time frames more. And yeah. I do expect November 1st to be like interesting day to trade.
What's the day monthly candle? Like I never use monthly time frames because I know that my patience is not to be in a position for a month. Yeah,
this is really
this is looking like, decent. Let me actually take a look. Yeah, like only thing I kind of hate about this. Let me just hide all these indicators so it's a little cleaner. Is there are two facts on a monthly that I'm not a big fan of. The first one is that we are obviously in like a still SR. I think like this is like a huge kind of distribution. We broke from it, so this is not, in my opinion at least, this is not like one-way street to all-time high, because obviously you need to understand that when this thing in 2020 happened, there was nothing above you. You were just like moving in like very one-directional type of scenario. Now 3 years later you have all this shit you need to kind of trade through. So not kind of two equal scenarios, but yeah, the fact that we obviously made, like, when you're gonna look at like market structure, this is a swing high, make a swing low, then you make a new swing high, you have swing low here, and you are making a new high. So ideally any type of pullback into this kind of zone which led to this move to the upside should hold. Yeah, I'm not biggest fan of like this double bottom here, for example, but it's,
I think like the context. Yep. Sorry, man. I didn't want to.
Yeah. I just wanted to say that I'm not the best person to talk about monthly charts because, like I said, I don't hold things for months. So,
one thing to I promise I'll keep it short because people must be bored at this point. But the ETF thing, we all get information relatively quick. We've seen it with the fake ETF. It took like 20 minutes to pump or something, or to peak even more. Same with the XRP beating SEC. And now it's been almost like it's more than 2 weeks. Now it's actually 2 weeks exactly since the fake ETF, and you still see massive inflows. I've seen some interesting data from CoinShares, which I can try and Google in a second. But basically, net inflows to crypto funds has been the highest ever, or highest in the last 18 months. We're talking few days ago, not 14 days ago. So you basically, I'm saying it's like the lag, right? Because if you're watching this, you're literally maybe on your computer, but on the phone you have a Binance, Bybit, whatever, a VooX, and you're like market buying, market selling and whatnot. But these people, it takes time, deposits, wires and whatnot. So we still, I believe, see effect of this whole thing. Maybe I'm a complete coping doomer, but I think we still...
But the January 10th is kind of that most key day. Everyone is kind of anticipating for the approval, or that changed already? Yeah.
Well, there's like 10 ETFs. ARK, they have multiple deadlines. ARK, which is Katie Wood, has last deadline, right? So what SEC can do, they can always delay. But with ARK, they can no longer delay. That's the final deadline. I mean, they can always reject it. Imagine the red candle for fucking Christmas. That would be crazy. But yeah, ARK is first, which is January 10th. I believe it's Wednesday. And rest of them have in like middle of January. And consensus is they're going to approve ARK and they're going to approve all of them at the same time. That's consensus of what I've seen amongst everybody.
Okay. And to be fair, like obviously I will still trade my, magical lines, and every trading decision I make is still at the end of the day coming from what I see on chart. But isn't this like at this point like really type of like sell the news type of event?
Well, especially that's the hard thing, right, to say.
Especially since we are up fucking like since we had the last sell-off, we are up like 40% basically from the lows, right? It's and especially with things like when you have this kind of fixed date, this is obviously it's not the same as this. This is the ETH 2.0 from April when you 100% knew it's going to happen. Obviously the ETF can get rejected and all of that, but ETH had this, ETH 2.0. We basically made a low like month and a half to it, so little shorter span than BTC now. But isn't this at this point? I really feel like everyone is anticipating this is it. You will get ETF, and this is going straight to 60K. But usually when everyone knows something is going to happen, then it's usually just kind of a sell the news type of situation.
I think there's multiple points of views, and obviously you people will say the one that fits their bias, right? Confirmation bias.
Yeah.
Big thing is, look, if we get ETFs, it basically makes crypto look legit again after FTX, Luna, 3AC, all that garbage. Still, till this day, crypto is a total scam in the eyes of everybody. And if BlackRock, the biggest asset manager, has ETF, it's looks solid. I don't think it's gonna change that much, personally. But obviously, I'm always leaning bearish.
For all the US people, I can see the appeal definitely. I just feel like I don't know, if ETF would get rejected, that would be quite bad.
That would be the best short of the year, dude. That would nuke so hard that all the exchanges are gonna lag.
And if it's gonna get approved, and BTC is up 50-60% from the lows since then, I don't know. I just have kind of hard time to see how this would be like this kind of a huge catalyst that would double the price basically after the launch.
I think it's a look. The thing is, you saying January 10th, but you would be surprised how many people still expect end of the year. And let's dissect it a little bit more, because every day matters. By end of the year means before Christmas, right? Because Christmas is, you have holiday season and whatnot. So people are basically saying middle of December. And I've even seen some people say in November. Is next month November?
Next month is November. We have. I mean, when it comes to US holidays, we also have stuff like Thanksgiving, so basically you are kind of off for a week in the US as well. I don't know, it's still quite far out, it's still like if it would be January 10th, it's still like 2 months ish.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's we can just like talk shit and speculate about it, but at the end of the day.
So maybe just last one on, so we can move to all. Like if you think about it, last 14 days we're up like 30 or 40%, right? ETFs, inflows, highest CME, open interest, like every metric that indicates people are buying are at all-time highs, put call ratios and whatnot. And think about it, it's 14 days, exactly 14 days, and we have till January 10th, 70 days. So I'm asking this question, can we keep up this momentum 70 more days? Because that's what people have been saying, basically no dips ever. And I don't know. I don't have the answer, but it feels unrealistic, right?
Yeah, like what would be much better case for BTC in the next 70 days for longs is if we would actually like retrace vast majority of this move. January 10 coming, BTC is sitting at like very solid level, looking good on from all the kind of other perspective. All these eager people that thought ETF is happening tomorrow are basically getting flushed out, and then we can have this like next leg up with the ETF approved.
Somebody asking, look, cousin, I don't think me and Adam are qualified enough to make these distinction. We are in crypto. Obviously, it's half shit posting. We're full time. Our livelihood basically depends right now on crypto. So you have to take it with a pinch of salt.
Yeah, and I think macro, like I'm quite firm on this. Like macro is really a little bit of a meme, especially when it comes to crypto, because like look at ES, look at stocks. Like. Look at Tesla, for example. It's just like down only, but basically ever since BTC started to go up, stocks are looking very, very bad at the moment. So I wouldn't be really like leaning heavy on any kind of correlation, to be fair. I think it's in my opinion, the correlations are a complete meme this year, and they just kind of memed itself to existence because everything rallied, like every risk on asset basically rallied in 2020. So
yeah, look, dude, we started rallying October 15th after CME Open, and ever since then stocks are down only, like aggressively. So what would have to change? I'm asking this person, cousin, what has to happen now with stocks for crypto to now follow after 40% divergence? Like, it just makes no sense.
Yeah, this is October 12th on BTC. This is October 12th to the day actually on Tesla. And Tesla is supposed to be this kind of like, risk on meme kind of, thing people are buying when, they are buying crypto as well, because, Musk and everything. And it's just complete opposite, basically. It's like -1 correlation at this point. So, and even all these like NVIDIA, which was, this is still looking fairly decent, but, there are basically a bunch of stocks that are just dying.
Let's move to altcoins. We know all about TradFi. Look, crypto number going up, stocks going down. If you think it's correlated, I cannot help you. I'm already up on my ETH lungs. Let's go.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, so
what looks
bunch
good?
Of things happening with altcoins. I will just let you do your thing, because it's been a lot, and I'm getting a little lost in all of these things.
Well, I think I would love to cover stuff that have like narratives. Again, Bitcoin H4 trend held. The big one, even tweeted today from Sam Altman, our boy, ChatGPT guy, is they have a conference for what is it? Is it WorldCoin, right?
No, it's like AI. Yeah, the WorldCoin, but it's like AI conference. It's not just a WorldCoin conference. It's like the biggest AI conference that is, at the moment happening.
So it will be November 8th, if not mistaken. Around here, you can Google it, 7th or 8th. And as an anticipation, why WorldCoin to begin with? Because it's not only Sam Altman, and you tweeted about the price action and order flow as well.
Yeah,
right?
that's one of the most insane things on this thing. Like, this is like going up for 10 days, but everyone is just getting very aggressively kind of shaken out.
Yeah, I switched to your screen if you wanna. But
no, it's fine. It's fine.
But yeah, WorldCoin has a conference, so a lot of people is showing a lot of strength because it's in the AI basket category. Some more coins in AI basket category: AGX, FAT, and also I don't have here
Ocean.
It never really RNDR.
Yeah, RNDR as well.
I believe it's the strongest. Oh, here I have it. It's like probably the strongest out of the basket. Let me turn off
it's been strong for quite some time. Actually, I was longing this at like 1.7, closed this like a hero at $2, thinking I'm genius. Now it's trading at 2.5. So classic.
Classic. Paper hands.
I'm not like even mad at this point. This is just like
we always do this. We have a great idea and literally paper hand it.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing. No, but look, this thing, if I might give advice, because this chart is barely a year old, but I would suggest go on render and go for KuCoin.
Look at spot even on Binance. If you're gonna look at the spot, you have quite a few data actually.
Yeah, but I think KuCoin is the oldest. It literally has from 2021.
The Binance is it as well.
Really?
But, yeah.
Okay, my bad.
No, this is more data.
Yeah, that's more. And it's like, I think TA on this thing work really nicely. I'm not two order flow guys talk about TA levels. Nice one. But I'm not sure if in such aggressive uptrend on BTC if I would be wanting to short this. If anything, look, I will straight up tell you I'm not gonna take this position. But if after 2-year consolidation on coin with a narrative, relatively new chart, very good uptrendy chart narrative, and it's sexy and beautiful and Apple is interested, flip this resistance and long the retest. It makes much more sense than shorting this. Yeah. But breakout trading and RunnerXBT, but yeah, why we mentioning this is it has a narrative coming up, it has a catalyst, and you can see the price action. It's up on, it's like 2x. Holy fuck.
Yeah, I think like I have an issue which I often have with altcoins when everything rallies, is that, you know, obviously you have these coins which have like narratives and, you know, they are doing their own thing, but still, like, if BTC is going to correct 10% from here, you know, the liquidity obviously is not the best in alt, so you might be right on the idea, but you can just get like run over basically in like one huge liquidation candle.
Yeah, or you trade $10 position and thanks for playing. Yeah, TradFi is actually rallying pretty hard since we started.
Yeah, I think even like ETH is bouncing up, so yeah, it's still not looking that bad.
Like we still hold all the MAs. So okay, next altcoin I think Solana. Maybe you can show your chart. I don't mind, of course.
To be fair, like the only thing that I'm in at the moment is XRP. There is also some sort of conference, right? You think?
Yeah. In 8 days.
Yeah, and you know, it's one of those things where my whole approach with when things are rallying, I'm trying to bet on best performance before they become best performance. If that kind of makes sense, you know, I hate to just like ape into things that are already up a lot. So XRP was one of these things which we're still in consolidating. You know, we were above some sort of level of SR here. We took out these lows at Friday basically, and I just jumped into longs overnight. I'm still holding this up, basically retest. Very simple kind of price action entry, you know, on a retest of this candle SR above these standard deviations, so should be a trendy move. It's flushed a little bit, of course, but now it's picking up again. I don't know how long I want to hold this. To be fair, I will most likely just close it at the new highs and then cry later. But yeah,
it's a difficult one with XRP because it is $32 billion market cap. So if you compare it, we call alt season, or the title is "Are we in a bull run?" Look, at the end of the day, you need more buyers than sellers, and reality is there's still not that crazy amount of capital flowing in. I feel like it's more like rotations within the baskets. And to move XRP, it's simple fact is you need more capital than to move something like Fetch AI, for example, or even render, or so XRP. And if you look at Velo in XRP, I think it does not like it's going up and whatnot, but I don't think it's that hot. Look at the open interest, you know. So it's
open is up 20% since the lows basically. But the funding is creeping up quite a bit. You know, lot of perps basically are long, and there was some Twitter talk about this today as well. So
people started recycling, and I love these people. When I'm tagging them, it's from like friendly perspective. But people today picked up on a narrative that has been around for 2 months. But okay, I will. Thanks for playing, I guess. So like there's a
Okay.
speculation that Ripple will do a IPO,
Yeah.
which is I don't know. There's a high probability I'm gonna meet Maren, my favorite astrologist, the next RP doing IPO.
Solana is probably the most kind of interesting coins. You know, it was Solana and INJ. INJ is starting to lose strength, but Solana doesn't seem to be giving a flying fuck about basically anything. We are making new highs today. It's probably the best performing coin from like the bigger basket.
So Solana Breakpoint starts today, if I'm not mistaken. Event in Amsterdam, the conference, annual one. During last year of this conference, FTX happened. I was in Lisbon partying with my friends, and thank you, SBF. And it's actually interesting. We're approaching the pre-FTX levels.
Yeah, we are
Pre-collapse.
kind of at them. Yeah, basically, we are even like surpassing them. It's like the same price where we at now. We are kind of retesting the FTX blow up point, which is like one of the few coins that has this.
But narratively speaking, of course, Solana is the creme de la creme of crypto Twitter. Everybody always buys the bottom and sells the top, as always. It's like a very LARP coin, in my opinion. Big thing to keep in mind with Solana is the fact that Galaxy, the people taking care of FTX holding assets and like basically making sure they sell at a good price, they have over $2 billion in Solana. Not all of it is liquid, but you know, Novograd, the CEO, has, if I'm not mistaken, all the right in the all the opportunity in the world to start selling or hedging. And I think if you're like longing here into the, let's say, resistance, it's such a breakout.
Yeah.
You have one tweet that Galaxy moved a single coin, and this thing is gonna crater. So I wouldn't blindly short the strongest coin, but I would just be, manage the risk if you're looking.
To be fair, like from like the just chart perspective, I hate this so much. We basically have these kind of like grinding moves, extending these. Like this, in my opinion, from like TA perspective, is that like you don't really want to lose any kind of significant level, because like if you're gonna break underneath $32, everything here is kind of tested. I'm pretty sure we're gonna just fill back to 25, but there is no reason to short this, as it's really the strongest one at the moment.
I think, would we agree that maybe everything we have covered so far is like, it's kind of very tricky to short anything, because you basically have 1% move on ETH BTC and every altcoin. Like today, Solana popped on ETH BTC. If you would go on like 5-minute chart, don't do it. But it's like, if you're short, you get slipped immediately, like, and you're out. And it's just tough, man. I think you shorting ETH is like, it's probably I don't want to say the safest, but kind of.
Yeah, like I said, that's kind of my issue with a lot of these things at the moment, based on how much they are overextended, is the fact that like it's still heavily correlated market, so you need to be super careful. Like one of the worst mistakes I see people doing is that like they think we are in old season, they just ape 5 to 10 different coins. BTC is going to correct 5%, and they will all get just like completely rinsed on that, basically.
Yeah, I fully agree. Like emotions, as you said, emotions are definitely running high, because like even me, I'll admit it, like I missed the move, and you're like sitting here and like, fuck,
I was reading those 25 cope messages every day. I remember that.
And like there's no way it's gonna do another leg up. We go stream 20% candle up. So I'm like, so yeah, I just longed the top for the community, community service.
Okay, so with AI, XRP, Solana having the conferences, not sure what else is there to talk about for this week, to be fair.
There's things to cover, but I don't want to talk about illiquid shit. Dogecoin was supposed to have the rocket launch, and it was postponed until, if I'm not mistaken, like January or something. That's why we seen the sell-off a few days ago. But it's, man, like I think Doge is dead meme at this point. If you look at Doge BTC weekly or something, it's just one of the saddest charts in entire market.
It's definitely one of those things that I really believe that if we are in bull market, and if this is the alt season and whatnot, like you will be much better off trying to long new, fresh scams rather than old scams, because like the upside here is way less kind of hard to gain basically.
Yeah, and it's one of those I don't even want to even talk about Sheep and Pepe and Floki because they're so illiquid. Like I was looking at Floki actually, and somebody from Trio of Alpha Discord was talking shit that like I missed the trade. Then I look at open interest and brother, I could be entire open interest. Like it had like 1.5 million dollars in open interest total aggregated.
Yeah,
like bro,
I think I looked at this. They had some sort of announcement around here planned, and I look at the OI on Binance. It was like 1.5 million dollars. So I was like, yeah, there's like
and then people post PNL cards, and I'm like, yeah, brother, like you, which is fine. It's not to size shame, but me and Adam here try to always talk about more liquid stuff. Because these things can move aggressively, and then I get messages, I'm down 80%, what should I do? And I cannot help you, right? And FOMC, that's a good point. I believe FOMC is Wednesday though, or Thursday.
Yeah, if this is the FOMC, that's like the proper one and not just the...
No, it's not minutes, it's actually proper one.
Yeah, proper FOMC is on Wednesday though.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday FOMC.
So are we gonna pretend how it affects RWA narrative and if people are gonna rotate from MakerDAO to Lido staking to get their wrapped staked ETH? We don't know.
Yeah, but we have FOMC on Wednesday and NFP on Friday, so definitely some news. But like I said,
I'm fully ready to die on this. The correlation is really nothing you should be worried about at the moment. So
I feel like people kind of like to look at it to kind of again find confirmation bias for being sidelined or something, or in general to be bullish. Look, as long as people are buying Bitcoin spot ETF narrative, we're gonna be fine.
Yeah, I think someone asking how I would position if I would be sidelined. We talked about this last week, and I think this kind of held truth coming into the new week is that look to long the best performance and look to short the worst one if things start to turn basically. And I would really put a high emphasis on BTC and ETH and kind of take your decision from that, because like I said, I believe that BTC and ETH has to do well for market to continue higher.
Yeah, and also you won't probably see Bitcoin outperform, because if we see the rotation back to ETH and altcoins, for a lot of people that's a sign of froth, and it usually is like that, right? You have the risk curve musical chairs. That's literally why the show is named like that, because we started in January or February when we had these massive AI coins, Chinese coins. Adam was tweeting in Chinese from Translate Google. We were both on Badu all day. Is that no? It's not Chinese. My bad. But like, yeah, remember when people were making accounts on WeChat? Jesus Christ, grifting.
Yeah, like everyone tweeting in Chinese, and yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I think now like people kind of try to stick to these better coins, because obviously like there's quite a big difference between something like Solana and basically any other layer one at this point. Like all these fucking Polkadots and AVAX, even AVAX.
Wow, it's not looking that bad for Stars Arena going to zero.
Grinding higher, but like there is like look at INJ and then look at Phantom, for example. Like you have all this shit from this year basically. Like Phantom is trading at the yearly open, and Solana has yearly open at $9, so like if you want to be long, really look to long these things. Don't try to just predict the next rotation based on how you feel basically. You would be, in my opinion, much better off to just stick to strong stuff.
And it's maybe something interesting what's happening tomorrow. There is a Celestia airdrop. Did you get some coins, by the way? I think I messaged you.
No, my wallets were not eligible.
Have fun staying poor.
Yeah, I'm going to miss on my $15 basically, which I was
I'm gonna tweet tomorrow. Online crypto, it's life-changing opportunities. Then I'll tweet like $600 or whatever I'll get and be like, finally 2x my net worth again. But yeah, look, Celestia could be interesting. First of all, there's gonna be a lot of supply hitting the market, but it's getting listed on all exchanges. And why I'm saying it, it's in a lot of sense very compared to like things like Aptos when it was listed, and things like Sui, right? So it's like, I think, don't quote me on this, I believe it's another layer 1, but it has extremely solid like VC funding, market makers, you know, so it's not like Big Time or whatever was listed recently, but it's like police with quotation marks, but it's supposed to be like quality.
Yeah, Big Time.
Yeah. Can you look at chart of Big Time? I've seen it.
It pumped yesterday actually, like
Whoa.
quite a bit.
So it gets listed, thus minus 70% into straight pump. Oh my god.
Yeah, and we are so back. But yeah, so it's basically the layer 1, which is like not full of shit layer 1 VC block.
Look, supposedly, I don't wanna be then clipped and be like, hey, this guy runner was shilling. I don't know, but it has a good reputation, and I'm getting a bag tomorrow, so feel free to buy. I'll dump on you my $20 allocation.
Nice. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, but yeah, let's see. It's actually could be interesting because maybe I'm going a bit crazy, but when Solana did well in the beginning of the year, Aptos followed, right? So now we have Solana running, but there's no runner-up. Badumts. So what if? What if it's
like Aptos, beginning of the year, I think this was like the main topic. Like the January, the only thing I was seeing on Twitter was basically Aptos.
Yeah, it was when Hasaka was tweeting. Hasaka tweeted and Candle it did 2x Candle in 1 minute.
Yeah, I had quite a nice trades on this actually. Like I was longing some, and then I actually shorted at the top as well. There was this thread from Light Crypto. He then disappeared, but yeah, this was nice to trade. This was nice move to trade basically.
Yeah.
I'm
thinking, there's bunch of stuff, but smaller coins, and I really don't feel comfortable because these coins, which I have in mind, could literally move 20% either direction.
I'm personally, like I said, for this week and most likely for more upcoming weeks, I was also like looking at my journal and stuff. I really feel like when it comes to altcoins, like you have some very obvious moves that you should be trading, but for the most part, sticking to ETH and BTC is kind of a smarter thing to do.
And trying to, look, I'm sure there's a lot of people, and even on CT, which is interesting, I don't know why people are so ashamed to admit that they missed or were short. If you got liquidated, it's on you, but I know for a fact there's people tweeting like, let's fucking go, and they took 0 longs. And I think, like, look, it happens, it's not end of the world. There will be other moves.
Classic engagement Twitter baiting when something moves and people just post eye emojis and show no proof or any kind of trade execution ever.
But, like, you can post, look, at the end of the day, you can post the arrow and it will be $10 worth, right? That's what I do, obviously.
So,
maybe some questions?
Has any questions, any coins,
STG, Nacho, Stargate.
That's kind of like a shitcoin-ish
mega shitcoin
region. Yeah, it is. And it's like when I look at stuff like this, which is like,
wanna see bad chart, open STG on KuCoin. I bought it there years ago, so
yeah.
And now do weekly maybe.
I just high quality, zoom out like this.
High quality project.
Yeah, I mean, once again, I'm going to be super boring boomer, but when I see chart like this and when it's like Omega shitcoin, and this is how the last, this is up 27% since October 19, and BTC at the same time is up 22%. Like, what's the point, basically, type of situation here?
Dude, XRP is getting TVAP'd to oblivion.
That's good.
Holy shit.
That's good news.
Dude, they actually might be doing IPO. It's such a... What if... You have to go on 1 minute chart though, in Velo.
Yeah.
Wrong? Yes.
Even ETH is bouncing up. Yeah, this is
No,
probably
you
going
trust me,
to
1
be-
minute chart and look at the open interest.
Yeah, it's basically. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so GMX.
There's nothing
GMX.
happening.
Yeah, I saw this pumping. I have these screeners. This pumped yesterday. Yeah. It's looking fine. I think, we are above like resistance and all of this, but at the same time, it's one of those situations that market has to do good in general for this to continue, because there is really not much happening for this. Is like the fucking shoe token, right? Like
No, GRT, it's graph.
no
protocol.
GMX.
No, it's GMT
the-
as the shoe protocol.
Oh, okay. Yeah, GMX is the DeFi thing, right? Yeah.
No, it's it's like a perp dex thing.
Yeah, exchange.
On
thing,
yeah.
So what's that?
Well, you know what we should do?
Look at GMT. This is the shoe thing. This pump
Yes,
yesterday.
Steppen.
Yeah.
And now
It's-
do
it's
monthly
getting-
chart. Dude,
It's getting cold in Europe as well, and most parts of the world, so people are not going to be able to walk much outside. So I would be shorting this based on that, basically.
like, hey, if somebody from Steppen wants to sponsor me, I'm getting back into running. Let me make 1 Solana per day. That would be actually pretty good for running.
Yeah. GRT, yeah, this is looking solid. Like, you had a nice trade here if you were watching a couple days ago. SR flip, yearly VWAPs, break and retest type of situation. But yeah, I have no idea what this is, to be fair. So
I think the recap for us would be, because we're boomers and only trading big caps, XRP conference coming up, extremely TVAP'd. Clearly there's expectations. I'm gonna shill my personal YouTube because I'm probably gonna be covering it. It's my favorite coin to trade. And the AI coins are relatively liquid. So
someone asking for intraday plays. I will quickly shill the Orion terminal. I think is one of the best things you can look at during the day. You have basically these screeners. If you're gonna take a look at ticks per set amount of time, all the coins with a lot of activity will start to pop up here basically, and you can like set some filters based on volume and stuff, so you are not trading shit like PolyX USDT, which I have no idea what is.
Me neither, but look, the volume is massive, bro. So $18 million in...
Yeah. I'm for intraday trades, using this is nice. I personally, what I do is I'm using Livitas and have the filters for open interest changes, so I can see where the money is basically flowing in, and then just kind of take it from there.
No surprise, Orbs, Big Time, TRB, ARC, Algo, Polix, GMT, bro. I'm done. Everybody have a great day.
All the quality projects are getting, their time to shine, basically.
I mean, this is the clearest representation of the market. It's half of it is DWF coins or total scams.
Yeah.
And we try to be these, oh guys, please be careful, volatility.
Yeah. So with that being said, I just opened my Gmail. Someone asked about the bootcamp, and yes, not something. Yeah, that wasn't really. I forgot how much.
Hey, I'm gonna put on my screen, okay?
No, it's okay. I will look at this after the stream. You can see.
Maybe wanna turn on a camera next or something.
It's okay. I don't really care at this point. Like, it's whatever. Yeah. So I will add you to the bootcamp Discord later. I'm sorry. Anyway, we are nearing an hour. If you don't have any questions, we can slowly wrap it up. Like I said, and I'm really going to be boring from now on. But with moves extended like these, you are really best to watch BTC and ETH in the first place. If you want to be thinking about longing altcoins, you should probably stick to those that perform well already, rather than trying to pick the next gem, which is down like 90% still on the year basically.
Yeah, it's my favorite post on CT, when you have people that do weekly charts, zoom out 3 years, it's literally at the ground, and then they pose the big arrow up and call it like breakout. I'm like, I want to talk to your dealer type situation. Because like yeah guys, look, focus on strength. Bitcoin is still in uptrend, even though people would like to prove you otherwise. Monthly close coming up, FOMC coming up, XRP conference. I mean, next week it will still not take place, but it might be fully priced in, whatnot. And yeah, just I guess take it easy. I mean, we had a massive impulsive move on higher time frames, and now we're consolidating. Don't forget, consolidation might be a form of a shakeout. I personally am positioned for higher. If I lose money, I would not be surprised.
Yeah, and also I think after extension like this, don't be that person that's targeting 12k on BTC and thinking that this is just going to retrace the same quick way as it went up. That's very unlikely in my opinion. Yeah. So
I think we'll be lucky to get like below 30k.
Yeah, just like, and even if you're gonna get lower, just take it from more of a okay. And even if you are not mentally ill like RunRace and you are not trading 1 minute chart, even my trades, and I'm swing trading, take like few days basically. So it's still, you'll be able to get these nice rotations on like intra-week basis basically, and not really try to be insane with your targets basically.
Yeah, I think it's kind of time to wake the fuck up. If there's still somebody thinking we're getting 15k, just wake up.
Yeah.
Look, this is not getting you far. You have to realize, and it's coming from a guy who made most of his money shorting. You have these trends or like market direction, whatnot. We're breaking out on higher time frames, and you're targeting 12k. Stop.
Yeah.
Get some help.
Yeah, I think really take it much kind of easier in, and I think also like this is one of the funniest things, and we're gonna most likely end the stream on that. Like every time the most amount of engagement people get are with these like insane predictions, like couple targeting 12k, like look how much eyes that got. But like same as in life and everything else, basically, you are very, very hard to predict what you are going to be doing a year from now, but it's much easier to kind of know, what you are going to do tomorrow, for example, or, next hour or next few days, basically. So, this is very much the same thing as when it comes to trading. So, really try to not be like, targeting fucking 70% prices when you can just really take it more from a like intra-week perspective and be happy about that.
And also try to pick like people you follow. I think you shouldn't be following just me and Adam, obviously, wink wink, but try to pick and understand what type of trading or style fits you. Like, I don't expect yourself to be a news trader, swing trader, NFT trader, options trader, macro guru, be as a developer, and pick your thing and try to stick to it, because when shit starts moving fast and you're a swing trader, you feel like you're not taking enough trades, you start trying new stuff. I would just suggest try to stay calm and composed.
Yeah. Asking about the CVD going down, the issue with CVD, especially on higher time frames, is that CVD going down can actually mean buying. Like someone is basically buying as the best bid, so they are getting filled into the best offer basically that is in the market, meaning that it's turning CVD down, but it's actually market buying. So yeah, I would be pretty careful when it comes to CVDs, especially on a higher time frame. It can be highly misleading.
And it's one of those, pick your poison. If you want to be bullish, you will find a bullish bias, and vice versa.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So thank you for tuning in. It was a fun stream.
I think we're gonna pump 40% at the moment we stop streaming, as every Monday.
Yeah, and any price we are next week, we will see you next Monday.
Okay, guys, have a good one and stay safe. Your stop losses, and that's it.